Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first ever episode of Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on my channel. It's going to be the first of many because from what I've experienced so far, this game is a lot of fun. It's got a fun factor. It's brought the fun factor back to the Call of Duty series from my experience because MW3 completely took that away. But yeah, this game is a lot of fun. This is actually my first ever game online. When I got home from London last night, I went to the launch event, the Call of Duty Black Ops launch event last night, which was fucking cool. As it was like a massive room which was filled with. There was a bar which was, you know, had free drinks, which was always nice. You know, free tequila drinks, free free vodka and orange and all that sort of stuff. Very nice indeed. Yeah, it was a pretty cool do. There was a few celebrities there. Well, when I say celebrities, sort of English celebrities. There was Jack D, the comedian. A lot of you would have heard of him. He did a sort of 6v6 tournament against another group of celebrities. Who else was there? Mario from The Only Way Is Essex. Probably not the best example because he's not even popular in England. He's probably one of the most hated people in England, to be honest. But I didn't know he played Call of Duty, but I guess it was pretty cool to find out he did. Well, not actually very cool at all, but there you go. So let's talk about the game so far. Let's stop me rambling on about a load of old trife. The game is a lot of fun. The colours in this game so far, on the maps, the textures is nice. They've actually managed to use more than 4 colours and 6 shades in a game of Call of Duty in a map. Because previously in Call of Duty, the colours in the maps have been sort of grey, brown, black, and then sort of a few sort of shades in between. And now you can see yellow, you can see blue, and pretty much all the colours of the rainbow. So yeah, it's pretty cool that they've managed to do that, and you know, it's a nice sort of breath of fresh air, you could say. But yeah, the maps are really fun to play on. Probably my favourite map that I've apart from Hijacked. Hijacked's obviously the small boat, not the big boat. The big boat, I think, is called Carrier, which is the aircraft carrier. Hijacked is the small luxury yacht. That is a lot of fun. That's like the new sort of Summit, you could say, or the new sort of Nuketown. Obviously, Nuketown's in this game as well. That looks a bit different. I actually managed to get a 95 for 5 at the launch event last night in the esports arena on the new Nuketown, and you know, it's exactly the same as it is before. It's got new textures, but yeah, it's exactly the same. So yeah, I'm enjoying the maps a lot. Meltdown is my favourite map, if I haven't mentioned that so far. Meltdown is basically like a Pakistani nuclear facility which has gone into a critical status, you could say. That's why it's called Meltdown, as you can probably guess from the name. But yeah, the maps are a lot of fun. Let's talk about the guns. The guns in the game. A very important part of Call of Duty games is shooting people, and you need a gun to shoot people. Obviously, you can shoot people with the crossbow, which I haven't actually got round to using yet, but from what I can tell, there's a lot more sort of attachments and stuff that you can use with it. I never really was big into the sort of specials on Black Ops 1, so carrying on into Black Ops 2, it's not going to be a big part of my game, and I wouldn't really recommend using it when I think the pistols are definitely far more superior. Not superior. Superior isn't even a word. It sounds like an exotic sort of woman's name, you know, Sophia, you know, maybe. Anyway, let's swiftly move on from that. Yeah, the guns. The MP7 is very popular at the moment. That might just be because there's not any other guns available. This is pretty embarrassing. I run around this rock about 3 times when the guy who was trying to shoot me was just up in that window and I didn't even realise. So well done, John. You are a noob. But yeah, this is a flawless gameplay nevertheless. I do get a bit lucky at some points, but I do play the objective a lot as well. So I was expecting to die a few times. But anyway, let's get around to talking about the guns. I keep on getting sidetracked. God, this game has got so much to talk about, such little time as well. But yeah, the guns, from what I've experienced so far, the shotguns definitely have not got a sort of very good place, I'm going to say. The SMGs are sort of head above heels above sort of any other gun in sort of any class. They've got a fairly good range, and they sort of have a lot more stopping power than any other gun from what I've experienced so far. The Scorpion, finally, is a good gun in Call of Duty. It's got good range, it's got a good rate of fire, it's got nice iron sights, It doesn't look like the Scorpion from any other Call of Duty games. It just looks like a nice gun. So well done, kudos for getting that into Call of Duty. It's like the orphan that was never loved, and now it's finally found a home. So welcome to the family, Scorpion. You're part of us. But yeah. The guns, obviously, the SMGs, definitely I would recommend using the SMGs. They seem pretty effective on every single map, long range, short range, you name it. The class I've been using is the MP7 with the long barrel, and then I've got Perk 1 Greed, and I've also got, not Perk 1 Greed, I've got 2 attachments on it. God, it's so confusing. This Pick 10 system, it's a bit confusing at first. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but I think I've got the hang of it sort of fairly well now. But yeah, definitely really enjoy using the Pick 10 system. Yeah, I've been using the long barrel attachment, and what else have I been using? The long barrel and the laser scope. That laser scope is so good. With the long barrel as well, you can sort of hip fire people from halfway across the map, which is really nice thing to do. It's pretty lazy. You don't really need to aim at all, but that works really well. So yeah, I've sort of discussed the game. I've talked about it very highly, but now with every sort of launch of a new game, there are some negatives, and those negatives so far are not really with the game so far. I've heard there's sort of a few glitches with some of the kill streaks. Oh yeah, by the way, this quadrota is an absolutely shit kill streak. I wouldn't recommend using it to anyone, even if I hated them or if they're on the opposite team. It takes about a clip of ammo to shoot it down, and you're likely to get 1 or 2 kills every single time you use it. So yeah, definitely use the stealth chopper instead of that. But yeah, let's talk about the negatives really quickly. So yeah, the issues I've had so far are not with the game. It's actually more with the server side to things. About 2 hours ago, I actually sort of quit the game because I couldn't actually get into a game of Call of Duty. Domination, tried Demolition, and you know, I understand that the servers are under a little bit of pressure at the moment because there are a lot more people than usual on them. I think last time I checked there was 250,000 people online, so yeah, a bit of an issue, but I won't go into too much depth about that. But anyway, the video is coming to a close now. This was a nice flawless gameplay, the first ever gameplay that I actually got on this game, and yeah, it was pretty enjoyable to play and a lot of fun to watch. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for the next one.
Dragonfire ready for deployment.